Welcome back to CBS This Morning, Saturday. We have an update this morning on a longtime CBS News investigation. It began more than 2 years ago when our team found vulnerable drug addicts were being paid to have experimental surgeries, and insurance companies were being billed millions in the process. This month, an extensive list of charges was filed in a California court, and one mother whose life was changed forever told us she believes justice may finally be served.
There's not a second of a day that goes by that I don't miss my boy. But you just learn, we weren't given a choice, so we had to learn how to live with it.
Debbie Berry spoke to us this week from her home in Ashland, Missouri.
He loved football. Football was by far his favorite sport.
2 years after we first spoke to her as part of our investigation, the district attorney for Orange County, California, has filed 88 felony charges alleging a fraudulent scheme. At least 35 patients involved in the scheme later died, many by overdose. It was 4 years ago when Berry first got a text from her son Brennan that no mother wants to receive.
He texted me and said that I have a drug problem, Mom. I'm in trouble.
Desperate to help, Berry got Brennan into treatment in California. One day he called her from a doctor's office to tell her he found something to help.
He said, I'm going to get an implant put in. I'm here with them, and they've done a pre-certification that your insurance will pay for it.
It was an naltrexone implant, a small pellet inserted near a patient's abdomen. It releases medication to help curb cravings and blocks the brain's opiate receptors. So if Brennan used heroin, he conceivably wouldn't be able to feel the effects.
He was so adamant about how much it would help him.
Did you know he was getting paid for it?
I absolutely did not know he was getting paid for it.
Our investigation found vulnerable addicts like Brennan Berry were being paid hundreds, sometimes thousands of dollars in cash to get this 30-minute outpatient procedure.
You don't give a drug addict cash money.
Industry insiders told us doctors made up to $30,000 in insurance money for each simple surgery. And the money was so good, some doctors hired marketers, and some of those marketers hired recruiters who lured vulnerable patients with cash. As part of our investigation, we spoke undercover with some of those marketers and recruiters who pointed to a doctor in Beverly Hills named Randy Rosen, the same doctor who did Brennan Berry's implant.
Excuse me, Dr. Rosen?
2 years ago, Rosen declined our request for an interview.
We've been wanting to talk to you about why patients are being paid to get surgeries.
And said nothing to our producer outside his office.
This is private property. Gays are not allowed to come in here.
But now Rosen has been charged with fraudulently billing insurance companies over $650 million and stealing almost $52 million in what prosecutors say was an elaborate scheme. The district attorney called Rosen a real-life Frankenstein. One of the many victims, Brennan Berry, who 3 months after getting his procedure overdosed after taking heroin mixed with fentanyl.
I came home and found him. I'm in his bedroom, and he was gone when I got here.
After he died, Debbie Berry learned her son was paid $1,000 to get the naltrexone implant. She has been fighting to tell his story ever since.
I'm doing this for my son. I think he would be proud that I'm doing this. I hope that he would be proud that I'm doing this. But I don't want him to die in vain.
We have a legitimate question, sir. Why?
If they get him convicted, I've already told the DA's office that I will fly to California and I'll get on that stand and I'll face that man, look him right in the eye and give a victim impact statement. I absolutely will do that.
You think he'll get that chance?
I hope so. I hope so. I want to face him. I want to face him, and I want to tell him what he's taken from me and what I have to live with every day for the rest of my life and what I'm living without for the rest of my life.
Dr. Rosen pleaded not guilty to all counts. CBS News reached out to Dr. Rosen's attorney for comment multiple times. He has not responded to our request. We will continue to follow that case as it develops.